Your Honor, people of the court, I'd like to point the autopsy report for evidence and the statements that were made today by both doctors. We stand before you today to address the case in which medical staff have misrepresented the compromised medical neutrality clause as a license to threaten and act foolishly against known gang members, or in general, people they disagree with or dislike. As we have seen today clearly behind me, those are supposed to be our government officials that save lives, but they sat there like children playing at Chuck E. Cheese. After reviewing all the evidence and testimony present today, we are confident that we can demonstrate that Dr. Carter was acting in an unhinged manner, yelling at multiple women and displaying erratic behavior. In addition, it has been established that he was suffering from high blood pressure, dementia medication, which also causes that. And his blood pressure was high at the scene of the crime and that same day, stated by multiple doctors that you have put on the stand today. Moreover, Dr. Charlie Janty confirmed under oath that Dr. Carter's head wound was stable and he was more concerned about the patient's rectal bleeding, which had nothing to do with our client, Jack Couture. It is our position that the deceased's death was caused by his previous injuries as attested to by the medical professionals themselves. Therefore, we respectfully plead with the honorable court to find our client, Jack Couture, not guilty of murder. Rather, we ask that he be exonerated on the grounds of self-defense, as both doctors testified that he acted out of fear for his life from a man that was being deranged, yelling and screaming with high blood pressure that day, believing that he was in an imminent danger of being eaten. Today, you also heard a doctor in the back make a joke that his cookie was crumbling. Sir, this man is a cookie, and if he was crumbling, he would be dying, threatening my client in the middle of court. In conclusion, we ask that this court to render a fair and just verdict that upholds the principle of justice and the rule of law. We'd like to cite certain terrorism charges and certain murder charges of government officials. Mel Reckenbach was still given parole after he was serving his time. Terrorism charges. A lady stabbed a doctor in the middle of in the middle of the hospital and was given 1 year and 7 years parole. Mr. Ratchet was given multiple sentences and Coop's law was enacted upon him, but he was still given a chance of parole. I request that you hear everything that I have said and go over the evidence of the doctor's statements, because they were called by the police force themselves to give their absolute statements on the stand, which they have proven today that this man is innocent. Thank you, Your Honor.